Hi everyone, my name's Kelly, and today I want to talk about the ruling in the Supreme Court that happened yesterday. So the Supreme Court found in favour of a woman in Scotland who brought a case all the way through to appeal, and they said that the definition of women in the Equality Act means woman and not a man with a certificate, a gender recognition certificate. So this means that men who claim to be women do not count as a woman in the Equality Act, even if they have a gender recognition certificate. Where services and spaces are provided for women only, men do not have the right to demand entry, even if those men identify as women and have a piece of paper that say they are women. So obviously this outcome is really common sense and it protects everyone's human rights. It protects women, and the human rights of trans people are protected in other legislation. No man has the right to enter women's spaces, and if that's what they mean by trans rights, then uh, no, that's not fair on women. So now we just need to make sure that the government, the officials, regulators need to act to make sure that everyone understands the law, because women have been lied to and like let down for so long. Just it's such a win. So I wasn't holding out for that verdict actually. I was kind of not sure which way it would go. I haven't really been following it, but a few people have mentioned it in the last week. So I was aware of it and I knew it was happening, and I just wasn't sure after what's happened in Australia and some of the interviews that I've done over the past few months. Like the women in Australia can't meet without men there, which is just horrendous. So hopefully this ruling will mean that it starts being put in place and implemented here, but also that it rolls out to the rest of the Western world as well, because um need we need that protection for all women across the world. And yeah, so I think what I've seen, yeah, I wasn't sure which way it was going to go, whether it was going to go in our favor or not. And I wasn't sure if it would make a difference. So, but what I saw yesterday was just fantastic. Like women are speaking out, they're more confident, they are really enjoying the fact that it's come out on the side of common sense. We've got reality restored in law. I mean, not that it ever was in doubt here, but it's the meaning of the law has been like changed, and so it's been clarified. Yeah, but so what I've seen is women just so confident to speak out on social media, which is amazing. So it's going to enable more women to speak out. But I think there's still probably women who don't feel able to. And so, yeah. So I kind of wanted to talk about how I can help with that, because um, obviously I've been doing a lot of stuff around women, but I also need to make a living. And I need to attract more clients to my counselling service. So I wanted to tell you about it. So I'm going to post this video across the business social media as well as my personal brand pages, because I think it's important to talk about this subject. There are a lot of people who have believed the trans rights activists and Stonewall's version of the Equality Act, who are quite confused and quite upset at the moment. They are still protected in law. Their human rights haven't been affected. All that it means is that single sex spaces are single sex spaces, and that isn't a human right. Access to single sex spaces, it's not a human right for a man to enter a space that's reserved for women. Women have our own service spaces for a reason. Yeah, onto my counselling service. It's not just me that provides counselling, but I qualified over 10 years ago as a counsellor. I've worked face to face with clients for decades, since before I started my counselling training. And I really do strive to offer a safe space that's welcoming, that's non-judgmental, but I have to warn you that I am very honest. So if I see something when you're talking, I do come out and say it, and sometimes that can be jarring. So I always tell my clients now, let me know if I'm going too fast, because we have these protections that we need to go at the right pace. But lots of clients do like that approach. They'd rather get straight to the point, find the root cause, rather than being skirting around the issue for ages. So that's the kind of counsellor I am. if that would work for you, I would love to hear from you. But let me tell you a little bit more about what I work with. So I like to empower you to find your own answers with a little bit of guidance. So I will ask questions, I will explore topics. I do not affirm, I will challenge gently. I can help with anxiety, depression, if you're struggling with relationships, whether that's about being a woman or someone in your family who is confused by all of that stuff and you're struggling to talk about it in your own home. I can provide a safe space for you to do that. I also work with relationships like grief and loss and things that happen after and during narcissistic abuse and coercive control. I've got quite a lot of experience of working with those issues. I provide a free, no obligation first session so you can have a chat with me. I can find out more about what you need and you can have a chat with me and see if we gel, because that's the most important thing in the counselling relationship, is that you trust the person that you're working with. And I obviously feel very passionately about women's rights, hence why I stood in the general election last year for Party of Women and why I've been talking about women since then. So I would like to tell you about Janice and Bethany as well. Those are part of my team. I've got two members of my team. They also are invested in women's rights and understand the issues. They are really great. They've been with me for quite a while, so I know them quite well and I trust them to do a good job with you. And they cost a little bit less than I charge. So if you're on a budget, that could work for you. We work online, so you can be anywhere in the world. And we also work in person. So if you're near us, like near Newcastle or Wallsend, you're more than welcome to come and have a face-to-face session. So yes, that's what we offer. And I hope that will be of interest to you. If it's not, please do share this message with your friends and family who may need my services, because whilst I really want to protect the rights of women, I also need to make a living. So please do get in touch if you would like some support. Thank you for listening.